Hey, what's up everyone? Welcome back. In today's video, we're going to deep dive into Jasmy's price action here. So here's where Jasmy stands right now. It's trading at 0.0255. We are down 8.71% of the day with a market cap of 1.26 billion, and we are currently ranked at number 74. Interesting enough, with the 24-hour volume here, it has jumped up to 28.72% to 115 million here. So essentially we see the circulating supply here of 49.44 billion for Jasmy out of a total supply of 50 billion. So there's a lot of price action, a lot of trading that's going into today. A spike of the volume here during a heavy sell-off does signal a decisive move, since we've been following this day after day here, and we've been tapping into that area of support on the daily time frame. So we are going to dive into either a further downside or basically set up a bounce or a recovery at this level. We're going to take a look at if there is any signs of that. So first of all, here we are going to take a look on the daily time frame. And again, what I was talking about earlier is this area of support here. Day after day, we've been coming down to this area of support, and then it does look like into today we are breaking below it here. Now, quickly taking a look at some of our indicators here, the RSI is sitting roughly around the 29%, which is deep in oversold territory. However, when we kind of zoom out in terms of Jasmy, the RSI can dip even further down before we see any signs of recovery or any signs of bounces here. So we're not really anticipating for a bounce quite yet until we're able to see some signs of our indicators. As we can see with the MACD indicator here, it did open up the histogram even bigger. Also, the line itself is found below our zero. So on the daily time frame, it is overall a downwards trend. On the weekly time frame here, the RSI is still above our 0%. So it is, leaning towards more of a bullish trend itself. We may not see the bullish momentum, but we know we are in a bullish marketplace. But let's kind of take a look on the daily time frame here. As the last video, we were talking about, supply and demand when we're talking about our volume profile. So we have opened up our volume profile dated back on May 25th to take a look at some of the volume in terms of the dollar amount. So we did kind of take a look at possible supply where the price may bounce from 0.02 to 0.022. Now, I know the price itself is very, very high above this. So we're going to take a look at these couple of nodes here. So there are some nodes that did generate some clusters, basically some attention here at this dollar amount. So as we can see that the price is falling closer to our 78%, this may be the next area where the price may want to retract to, is roughly around 0.023. So if we're able to see some type of recovery to the secondary area of support, then price may treat the 78% or possibly the previous support line as an area of resistance. Now I'm just going to switch it over to the weekly time frame so we can kind of take a look and zoom out further even more. So if we take a look back in this date here in December, we were going to anticipate a pullback, which is essential and natural. However, if we take a look at this pullback itself, it is very steep as we anticipated. So this steepness itself ultimately broke this uptrend and is possibly in dangers of returning a reversal if the price itself does close below our 20 moving average, which essentially was that supply that we saw on the daily time frame. A few of our indicators here, the MACD indicator histogram itself is getting even steeper. Momentum is building up for these sellers, and of course we can see it as a sharp fall so far in this week, as this wick itself at the very bottom has come down to a low of 0.023, tapping into this area of supply. Now with the RSI itself, it is angled downwards at 42%, which is very neutral. But with the other indicators and the this candlestick itself, we may anticipate the price itself closes below our 78% of our fib at 0.024 and may see some recovery down at 0.022 until we're able to see a bounce. Even though we see a volume of 28%, it is not looking good here for Jasmy in terms of any signs of recovery. If I quickly take a look at the 4-hour time frame, we're most likely going to see, that break of our Bollinger Bands. So we can see the Bollinger Bands here, this tight squeeze. Price was found below our moving averages 20 and 50, the expansion of our Bollinger Bands, meaning higher volatility here. Price was found below our moving average, so the breakout occurred here below in a bearish phase here. So essentially what we are hoping for, we're seeing hopefully a retest in the 4-hour time frame coming up to this area of support, turned now into resistance. If we're able to break above this and see a pinch in our Bollinger Bands, the highest I would anticipate the price coming up to retest is going to be 0.028. If we do see a rejection around our resistance line of 0.026, then most likely the price is going to tap into the 0.022 price point before we're able to analyze any type of recovery from there. But let me know what you guys think down below. Thanks so much for tuning in today. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like and subscribe as well, but I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye.